right, everyone, get ready, because today we are taking a deep dive into the world of AI.
Specifically, Google's brand new Gemma 3.
And you know how AI is usually this big, mysterious thing happening in these, giant data centers?
Well, Gemma 3 is kind of shaking things up a little bit.
Yeah, imagine having some seriously powerful AI right there on your phone or your laptop.
It's really interesting because Gemma 3 isn't just one model. It's actually a whole family of models.
Oh, okay.
So Google has released a blog post about it. There's a detailed developer's guide. And we've even got this guy, World of AI, on YouTube.
Yeah, I saw that.
Who has really put Gemma 3 through its paces and done some pretty serious testing.
So we've got a lot to cover today.
Yeah.
Let's start with the basics. What exactly is Gemma 3?
Think of it like this. It's a set of AI models, each with a different size and a different area of expertise.
Okay.
You've got a smaller one with 1 billion parameters.
Okay.
And it scales all the way up to a massive 27 billion parameter model. And they're all based on the same tech as Google's Gemini 2.0, which, as you know, is already incredibly powerful.
Right.
But here's the key difference. Gemma 3 is designed to run on a single GPU or a TPU.
So instead of needing a whole supercomputer,
Exactly.
you could potentially run this on your own hardware.
That's the idea.
That's a game changer.
Especially for developers who don't have access to those massive resources, right?
Yeah, absolutely. But what can Gemma 3 actually do?
Oh, it's pretty impressive.
Okay, lay it on me.
First of all, it can understand and generate text in over 140 languages.
Wow. That's a lot.
Which has huge potential for breaking down language barriers.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can think about real-time translation that's actually accurate for once.
Right.
Or even personalized language learning that adapts to your level.
You know what? I've been trying to learn Spanish. Maybe Gemma 3 could actually help me get fluent finally.
Maybe.
But hold on, it's not just about text, right?
You got it. It's what we call multimodal, meaning it can also work with images and short videos. So imagine being able to analyze images in detail, answer questions about what's happening in them,
Yeah.
or even have it understand the text within an image.
So it's like having an AI assistant that can see and read and speak in almost any language.
That's a good way to put it.
Okay, this is cool.
Yeah.
But there has to be a limit to how much information it can handle at once, right?
Well, Gemma 3 has this thing called a 128K token context window.
Okay, that sounds pretty technical.
It is a bit, but basically it means that it can process a huge chunk of information.
Yeah.
Think about an entire novel
Oh, wow.
all at the same time.
So it's basically like having an AI with a photographic memory.
Pretty much.
It's just, what's fascinating to me is how that could change the way we interact with computers, you know?
Yeah.
Imagine writing a document and having the AI understand the whole context,
Yeah.
not just a few sentences at a time.
Right,
It'd
exactly.
be a game changer.
Exactly. And then you combine that massive context window with features like function calling and structured output. And you can start building some really sophisticated AI agents that can handle complex tasks and automate all sorts of things.
But how does all of this technical wizardry actually translate to real-world performance?
That's the real question.
I mean, can it keep up with the big boys, the big AI models out there?
It can, and that's where things get really interesting.
Oh,
So independent tests and even that World of AI YouTube review that we mentioned
yeah.
show that Gemma 3 actually outperforms some much larger models on certain tasks.
Oh, really?
It's particularly good at math, image understanding, and general knowledge.
So it's not just about size. It's about being smart and efficient.
Exactly.
Okay, but I'm curious, what about people who want to use it on devices with less processing power?
Good question. Google has released something called quantized versions of the model.
Quantized versions, okay.
Think of it like compressing a large file. You get most of the quality in a smaller, faster package.
Ah, okay.
And this makes Gemma 3 even more efficient, especially on a phone or a laptop.
All right, so we've got this powerful, efficient AI that can handle language, images, and even code.
That's right.
But what really sets Gemma 3 apart for me is that it's open source.
That's a huge point. Open source means that anyone can access and modify the code,
Yeah.
which opens up a whole world of possibilities.
Absolutely.
Developers can fine-tune Gemma 3 for specific tasks essentially tailoring it to their needs.
It's like giving everyone the tools to build their own AI-powered solutions, no
Exactly.
matter their level of expertise.
That's the beauty of it.
This has actually led to the rise of what some are calling the
The
Gemmaverse. This
Gemmaverse.
community of developers creating all sorts of amazing applications.
It's really taking off.
And it's not just about the technology itself.
Right.
Google has been very vocal about their commitment to safety and responsibility with Gemma 3.
Yeah, they've been really upfront about that.
Yeah, I noticed that in their blog post, they talked about extensive testing and safety protocols and even mentioned ShieldGemma too,
Oh, yeah, that's an important one.
a model designed to help developers ensure the safety of image-based applications.
Absolutely.
It's good that they're taking that seriously.
It's really important.
They're not just releasing powerful AI into the wild, they're trying to build a future where it's both powerful and responsible.
It's about finding that balance, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Between progress and ethics.
So we've covered a lot of ground here.
We have
We know what Gemma 3 is, what it can do, how well it performs.
got the basics down.
But what does this all mean for the average person?
That's the big question, isn't it?
It is.
And it's one we're going to explore in more depth as we continue this deep dive.
All right, I'm excited to hear more.
Me too.
This is really interesting stuff.
Yeah, this.
Okay, so we've talked about how Gemma 3 is this like powerful and versatile AI,
Yeah.
but I think what really captures the imagination is the potential it has to actually change our daily lives.
Absolutely. And I think one of the most exciting aspects of that is just the accessibility. Remember, Gemma 3 can run so efficiently on just a single GPU or TPU,
Right.
which means you don't need some giant data center
Yeah.
to actually use this and harness its power.
Yeah, that's a huge shift. We're talking about AI that could be seamlessly integrated into our everyday devices.
Right, exactly.
I mean, imagine a world where your phone can give you real-time translation or analyze complex documents or even help you compose music,
Yeah.
all powered by this sophisticated AI.
It's pretty mind-blowing when you think about it.
It really is.
Think about the impact on education, for example.
Yeah.
You know, that personalized language learning we were talking about earlier could become incredibly effective.
Right.
Imagine an AI tutor that adapts to your learning style and gives you real-time feedback.
That would be amazing.
It would be a game changer.
And it's not just about those individual use cases, right?
No, not at all.
Gemma 3 being open source could actually level the playing field when it comes to AI development.
Yeah, I think so.
You know, researchers, startups, even students could have access to these cutting-edge AI tools. Right.
Without these massive infrastructure costs.
It's about democratizing AI, making it accessible to a much wider audience.
Yeah.
And I think that has the potential to just unlock a wave of creativity and innovation that we haven't even begun to imagine.
It's exciting, but with all this talk about accessibility and democratization, I think it's also important to talk about the potential downsides.
Yeah, of course.
Because if anyone can access and modify this powerful AI, what about the risks of misuse?
That's a valid concern, and it's something that Google seems to be taking pretty seriously.
Okay.
You know, their emphasis on responsible AI development, the safety protocols that they've built in, and even releasing that ShieldGemma 2 to specifically address potential misuse in image-based applications, it all suggests that they're trying to get ahead of these issues.
Yeah, that's reassuring to see that they're not just focused on the technology itself,
Right.
but they're also thinking about the ethical implications.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think that focus on responsibility is what sets Gemma 3 apart from some other AI developments we've seen, you know? It's a crucial point because we've seen in the past how powerful technology can be misused if these ethical considerations aren't taken into account from the beginning.
Absolutely.
So I think Google's proactive approach with Gemma 3 could really set a new standard for the industry.
It's a delicate balance, right?
Yeah, it is.
Pushing the boundaries of what's possible with AI while also ensuring that it's used responsibly and ethically.
Yeah, finding that sweet spot.
But going back to what you said about the Gemmaverse,
Yeah.
it seems like that community of developers could really play a big role in actually shaping the future of this technology.
Absolutely. I mean, open source projects thrive on collaboration and shared knowledge.
Right.
So having this vibrant community of developers working with Gemma 3 means that any issues that crop up are going to be identified and addressed much more quickly.
Right.
And these innovative applications will emerge that we might not have even anticipated.
Yeah, it's exciting to think about what might come out of this.
It really is.
You know, one detail from that World of AI YouTube review really stuck with me.
Oh, yeah.
He was testing Gemma 3 against other large language models, and he actually found that it outperformed a model called DeepSeek version 3, which has a whopping 67 billion parameters.
That's pretty amazing.
It's remarkable.
It just shows you that efficiency and intelligent design can sometimes trump sheer size.
Right.
When it comes to AI, I mean, Gemma 3 isn't about brute force computation.
Yeah.
It's about really making the most of the resources that it has available.
It's like David and Goliath, but in the world of AI.
Yeah, I like that.
This smaller, more efficient model taking on the giants and proving that size isn't everything.
It's a powerful message, and it really means that innovation in AI isn't limited to these massive corporations with unlimited resources.
Right.
Smaller teams, independent researchers, even individuals can make significant contributions
Yeah.
if they have the right tools and ideas.
That's what I find so inspiring about Gemma 3. It's like this reminder that ingenuity and creativity can still play a huge role in shaping the future of technology, even in a field as complex as artificial intelligence.
It's about empowering people to use AI to solve problems, to build new things, to explore uncharted territory.
Right.
And who knows what amazing discoveries and innovations will emerge as a result.
So where do we go from here?
Yeah.
I mean, what does all of this mean for the future of AI and its impact on our lives?
That's the question, isn't it?
It is.
That everyone's grappling with right now.
Yeah.
I think Gemma 3 is more than just a technological advancement.
Mm-hmm.
It's really a sign that the whole landscape of AI is changing, becoming more accessible, more versatile, and potentially more impactful than ever before.
You know, it really feels like we're on the verge of something big here.
Yeah, I agree.
With Gemma 3, we're not just talking about AI and research labs or these big tech companies anymore. We're
Right.
talking about AI that could actually be a part of our everyday lives.
That's a whole new ballgame.
And that kind of raises all sorts of questions, you know?
Really?
Like, how will we actually adapt to a world where this powerful AI is so readily available?
Yeah, that's the big question.
Will it empower us? Or will it create a bunch of new challenges for us?
It's tough to say for sure.
I was thinking about that earlier, you know?
Yeah.
Imagine if everyone had access to an AI that could analyze information, translate languages, even generate creative content. What would that actually mean for education, the workforce, the way we communicate and interact with each other?
It's hard to even predict the full impact at this point.
Right.
But I think it's pretty clear that things are going to change.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And it's not just about the technology itself. It's about how we choose to use it, the values we embed in it, the safeguards we put in place.
You know, one thing that actually gives me hope is that Gemma 3 is open source.
Yeah, that's a huge factor.
It's not controlled by any one company or organization. It's out there for everyone to use, adapt, improve.
And I think that open source aspect has the potential to foster collaboration, transparency, innovation in a way that closed systems just can't match.
And that's what makes this whole Gemmaverse so fascinating.
For sure.
It's like this community of developers from all over the world
Right, all coming together.
with different backgrounds and perspectives, all working together to kind of push the boundaries of what's possible.
It's amazing.
It's like this global brainstorming session where the best ideas can rise to the top regardless of where they come from.
And that's what's so exciting about it.
And who knows, maybe someone listening right now is gonna come up with the next groundbreaking application for Gemma 3.
I mean, why not, right?
The tools are available, the potential is there. All it takes is that spark of creativity and that willingness to explore.
That's all it takes.
And if you're feeling inspired, we've actually included links to all of the sources that we've mentioned in the show notes, along with some additional resources to get you started.
So definitely check those out.
You'll find everything from technical documentation to inspiring examples of what people are already building with Gemma 3.
It's a great place to start.
As we're wrapping up this deep dive, I'm just left with this sense of awe and excitement, you know?
Yeah, I get that.
Gemma 3 is more than just a technological advancement. It's like a glimpse into this future where AI is more powerful, more accessible, and more deeply integrated into our lives than ever before.
It's a future that's full of potential, and I think it's up to all of us to shape it in a way that actually benefits humanity.
Couldn't have said it better myself. So stay curious, everyone. Keep exploring, and let's see what amazing things we can create together.
Happy future.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of Gemma 3. We can't wait to see what the future holds.